Good day, everyone, and welcome to Home at the Hollow. Welcome to my kitchen, and thank you guys so much for joining me today. Today is a video request. Someone that I consider a very dear friend and a subscriber has asked me to do a video about extracts. Well, all I can tell you is what I have done, and it may fly. You may Google and do your own research, and you may come up with some different things. All I know is what's worked for me, and I want to share it with you. I think now, even though it seems like, wow, it's really early to start thinking about Christmas. We just finished with Christmas, but now is a wonderful time for you to start making an extract. If you have someone in your life that bakes, or wants to start baking, a gift of homemade vanilla extract is like gifting liquid gold. It's almost impossible to compare what you make in your kitchen to something that you can buy on the shelf in a store. Now, this extract that you guys have seen me use during the 12 days of Christmas cookies, it took a pretty good beating. And what I've done is I have poured some of this off into I don't know what size this is, a little jar like this for me to use. I'm going to top this up and let this go for another year. Even though it's a 2-year-old extract, I'm going to top it up and let it not ferment, because it's not really fermenting, and just let it simmer steep in the alcohol. Now, it really makes a difference, the alcohol that you use. The higher the proof, the more it's going to pull. Same way with the beans, excuse me. These are grade A from Madagascar. If you want to get grade B, it may take a little bit longer for your extract to, simmer through the alcohol. They're a little bit, grade B is a little bit drier, but it's certainly okay. And it really just depends on your budget. I've done as much research as I could over the last week or so, and I'm finding that it's usually, not always, but usually for grade A, it is about $1 per bean. So, like I said, this is just my plain vanilla extract. It's over 2 years old now. I'm going to top it up, and this is what I'm going to go to for the next year. I don't know, after the 12 days of Christmas cookies, I'm not really sure how much more baking I'm going to do. Boy, that's a lot of cookies. A lot of cookies. I have here lemon that is probably as old as that. The one thing you need to be careful of, if you use a jar like this, or like this, there's no shame in using just a jar, as long as it's been run through a very, very hot dishwasher. But please do line the metal, because you don't want this to come in contact with the metal. So, but yes, this is for lemon cookies, cakes, whatever it is that you're baking that has lemon or grapefruit or any kind of citrus, you can use this. I did have a grapefruit extract that I lost, unfortunately, during the move. What can you do, right? I also have here, now this, I have this one too. This is, again, I made these all at the same time. This is 2-year-old spiced vanilla extract. And where the spice comes in at is by way of a spiced rum. And that's really just that simple, is to use your beans with a spiced rum and let it steep. Think pumpkins, apples, pears, anything that you're going to bake that involves that. This is going to be very, very good. Very, very good. Now, I've got 3 different kind of alcohols here. I've got, oh my goodness, I have a little bit of vodka here, and this is 100 proof or 100 something. I'm not sure. I'm not. I mean, I do have an occasional beer here and there, but I'm not a big, huge like drinker. This is 100 vodka. It just says 100 vodka. 50% alcohol by volume, 100 proof. And this is 40% alcohol. So this is a little less. And then I usually use, this is what I usually use for my extracts, is Everclear. This is 75.5% alcohol by volume. It's 151 proof. Yikes. But it will make a very, very good extract. So what I'm going to do, you know, and I think the real secret to a lot of extracts is to not say, okay, I've got vanilla extracts, that's all I'm going to do, right? And if that's all you need, then that's okay too. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to make up a few here for next year. I'm going to top that up, but I am going to make a few here just to inspire you guys, because you just never know, right? You can never tell. Now, there are a few people that have come up with a formula, 1 bean per cup of vodka or, you know, rum or whatever it is that you have. Well, as you can see here in this one, I don't know how many ounces this bottle is. I have not a clue. but this is just one of those bottles I thrifted. I liked it. I thrifted it, and I've got 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 and a bit in here. And I'm sure that there's some that would say, that's not enough. Well, I mean, I hate to tell you, but this was clear vodka when I put this in. Of course, it's 2 years old, but, you know, I just don't want to live by the, you know, oh, it's got to be, you know, 2 beans per cup or something like that. Oh my goodness. I for one, I'm not going to worry about it. But the first one that I want to make, and you can take your bean out, and it smells really, really good. This is a very, very moist bean. And hold on for one moment. I wanted to remind you guys too, as I'm sitting here working, and I've got these, always label and date your extract. Now, like I said, this one I have already poured some out, and here we go. I'm going to be brave and top this 2+ year old up. But yes, definitely, you know, I think you guys can see I put just a really quick, and I made that, gosh, that's November 5th of 20. And I mean, it has changed the color lighter, and I, of course, anticipate that. But it won't take it long. It won't take it long at all. And there you go. Just definitely label, date. I wanted to get my cutting board out. And now if you want to, when you go to make an extract, it's really, there's no rules. Come on, guys. Not here anyway. If you want to, you know, that's going to be, I think I'm going to cut this in half. I'm going to cut this in half so it'll fit better. And I better put my glasses on for this, guys. I do like to split my beans. And I'm sorry that you guys can't see this, but I'm sure that you probably have already seen this done before. Just going to give them a split. And as you can see, you can open this up. And there you go. There's your beans. I'm going to just, if I can, I'm going to put this right back on this, this vanilla bean. And just do it just like that. I'm going to just split them. But now, I'm not going to make a vanilla extract because I have actually probably plenty. But I'm going to just split this one and pull it apart just slightly. And I think for this one, I'm going to make a chocolate extract. I've got cocoa nibs here. And, you know, again, I don't have a formula where, you know, half a cup of nibs, a little bit of nibs. I'm winging this. I'm like I do probably too many things. I'm going to wing it. And let's see. Let's hope that they all go through. No, they're not going to go through. Yeah, they will. They smell slightly chocolatey. I think I'm going to have to just make a mess. You guys know I'm going to make a mess. Made a big mess. Oops. And there we go. I've got nibs and my vanilla. I'm going to open my Everclear. Everclear isn't sold, I don't think, in every state. I don't think. I'm not sure, but I don't think so. I definitely want to make sure that my beans are totally covered. Set this like that. Give it a good bit of a shake. And probably once a year or so, you know, goes by, I will strain this in cheesecloth because I don't want, I'm not really sure I want the nibs in any of my baked goods, but I will definitely keep the vanilla beans though, and I'll strain this off and use it as chocolate extract. I think it would enhance a lot of the cookies that I make, along with the little bit of the coffee that I add to probably most every chocolate thing that I make. I like to add a wee bit of. So I'm going to find my vanilla beans again. This one, let's see. I'm going to make cinnamon. That would be very, very nice. Just give it a cut, just to kind of, you know, give it that little extra encouragement. I've got some cinnamon sticks here. Take a couple of these out and hope that I can, and it's just like that, guys. This is going to make it a very, very nice gift for someone who definitely bakes. But what I'm going to do, if I can find it, oh, here we are. I'm going to add my spiced rum to this. Between the cinnamon, the vanilla, and the spiced rum, that's going to be very, very nice. Use my used all of my spiced rum. Let's see if I can find this. I will, these that I'm making up today, I'm going to set this over, and every time I come into the kitchen, I'll just pick them up and, you know, give them a bit of a shake, probably for the next 2 weeks. And then at which time I'm going to take them and store them, you know, down in a cabinet. maybe bring them out maybe once a week, once a month or something, and give them a shake, give them a look, make sure they're doing okay. But another thing that you can do with your vanilla beans is to make vanilla sugar. Now, I made this sugar probably, I think you guys can see, probably about 6 months ago. Anytime you make a refrigerator cookie, you know, one that you dough up, you roll into a log, wrap it, and put it in the fridge. Not necessarily use this sugar exclusively to make cookies, but before you roll up a cookie in wax paper and put them in the fridge to firm up, I like to sprinkle a little bit of this on all sides of the cookie, the log of the cookie, and it just gives a very, very nice vanilla flush along the edges of the cookie and just kind of reinforces the vanilla flavor. If you make sablés, I believe I have a couple of sablés recipes in there. Again, don't substitute all of the granulated sugar for this, because that would be a very strong cookie. I would add maybe a spoonful of this in a sablé, either the chocolate sablé or the vanilla sablé would be totally beautiful. You could sprinkle this if you bake sugar cookies, and if you do like the colored sprinkles, colored sugars, you can add just a little bit of this on it. And again, it just takes it to another level, and you'll have, you know, a lot of people who are tasting your baked goods going, this is different. This is very, very special. This is very, very good. And it, you know, it can be either your secret or not. It's entirely up to you. But one thing that I'm going to kind of play with a little bit with spring coming up, and I'm really hoping that this will be ready in time for spring. Think sugar cookies, angel food cake, lemons, limes, very light floral baked goods, very, very light, not chocolate or pumpkin or, you know, anything like that. Think of, you know, cotton candy, fluffy. What I'm going to make, if I can get it through here, is I've got linden flowers. I'm going to try and do a little bit of a floral. I don't anticipate that it's going to be strong. Oops. I'm going to try a little bit of that with, if I can. And of course, I don't want to forget my vanilla bean. And really, you're only limited by, you know, what you want to bake and, you know, how you want to bake it. Oops, it's going everywhere, guys. But linden tea is very, very good. And I just kind of figured that this was going to be good too. And again, just, you know, a very light sugar cookie, something like that. I'm going to use my really, really strong, because I want this to be ready in a hurry. Now, I have seen, and I haven't researched it, but I have seen where people have been making extracts in Instapots and things like that. Well, I don't have an Instapot, and I'm not really sure about it. But there we go. And it's really very, very pretty. And this one, it looks like it's going to be cloudy because of the cocoa nibs. And there you go. I hope I have inspired you guys to, you know, go beyond just vanilla look to cinnamon, look to spices, and different things like that for your baked goods. Thank you guys again so much for joining me here home at the Hollow. Goodbye, guys.